Welcome. This is Melinda Barlow, CZT, Certified Zen Tangle Teacher. And today's lesson is really not a tangle. It is just an idea for the blue moon that's coming up on January 31st. And I love blue tangles and I love blue on brown. So we did a little gnarly and some brown and just did a blue moon. You can see we've taken a mandala tile and then kind of crescented it off to make it a crescent moon. Here we did a little, some gnarly on it, and just is some fun ways, really dark. So we're going to start, and had a hard time deciding whether or not to do it on a white. I think I'm going to do it on white. So I'm just going to take my white tile and I'm going to use a black pen, so we're just going to be very traditional. And I'm just going to start, this is an 01, micron 01, and we're going to come, and I'm just going to draw a line with my pen just around about 1/4 of an inch away from the edge. But I'm not going to go all the way. I'm going to stop at so that I'm not quite all the way, because this is going to come back into a crescent, and I'm just going to come back in, and I'm just going to make a little moon. So I just free-handed that, just connect that together, and now I can tangle here and I can tangle here. So this is a super moon that we're going to have on Wednesday, which means that it is a blue moon, a full moon, and a lunar eclipse. So we've got all three happening at the same time. So why not do a tangle for that? And now I'm going to just tangle in here some of my favorite tangles that I might do. So what is a good background? One of the ones I just saw done was a little kind of like tink. It's a, oh, let's just draw. It's called Rain Door. So I'm just going to grid off my crescent moon with little circles. So they're somewhat gridded. And now I'm going to attach them with little straight lines. And this is going to have to be crooked because it is. I'm going to turn it, now I'm going to come back this way. So I end up with a grid. Not an exactly straight grid, but a grid nevertheless, with little circles in between. And now I'm going to put a circle in each one of those little squares. To each one of those little sections. And I get very, very tempted to darken in those little circles, but I'm not going to color them in this time. I'm going to leave them just open, so no coloring in. And you could put any kind of tangle in this background. that you want. We just want it to be very light and simple. And I'm going to use some color pencils here in a minute to shade with, making sure I've gotten it every spot. So there I have my little background tangle on my crescent, on my blue moon, button blue moon. And now I'm going to fill in this area. So I'm just going to take, and I'm going to give it a little, just a little dotted line, just because I want to. And I could pick, I'm going to pick one of my like favorites. I'm going to do a Mooka in here. I think Mooka is probably one of my go-to tangles. And there's, I have a little Mooka in there. Now the shading comes in, and we're going to shade this with a blue pencil because we want that blue moon look. So I'm just going to come in here and I'm just going to shade behind on half of my little triangles. Just every other triangle. And I'm not real particular about how good it is, because I'm going to come back and I'm going to blend it with my shading stump. So I'm just putting in a little color pencil, and you can see I've picked up that pattern. Okay, now I'm going to take my shading stump, and I got it, and I'm just going to blend that color pencil, and that shading stump is going to, that's going to darken and fill in that background. It's just kind of magic. And now we can come in and I'm going to put down a little white first in my Mooka. You don't see that, but I'm just putting that in. And now I'm going to give myself a little bit of color. And then take my shading stump and that white pencil just lightens that up a little bit. Go around the outside edge of my tangle with my color pencil, and then my blending stump, and I'm just going to blend it right out to the edge. It's going to soften it a little bit. Make that dark right up against there. Help that kind of, my moon kind of pop out. Now you can do the same thing on a colored tile. Now I can come back in here with a blue pen, and I'm just going to give my Mooka a little fescue just to give it some, and some embellishments along the edge of the moon. So I can embellish this little tangle. And there we have a blue moon. I love it on the brown. Done with some black. Done on a little tan tile. You're just endless of what you can come up with. Enjoy creating a blue moon for the super moon that's going to happen on Wednesday. I will post this Wednesday morning so you can get excited. Thanks for watching and have a great day.